So this girl right here has gone from door-to-door sales girl to driving a pink Porsche and making 500K to a million plus per week with her high ticket coaching offer using webinar plus paid ad funnels. And today in this video, I'm going to break down her entire funnel A to Z from traffic to conversion. And we will cover her Instagram strategy, her YouTube strategy, her meta ad strategy, what happens before webinar, what happens in the webinar, also what happens after the webinar. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how she turns her attention into high ticket sales. And if you don't know me, if you're new to this channel, my name is Ali and I'm a growth operator. And I went from shy, underconfident kid who struggled academically to literally like pitching brands, their marketing strategies, even interviewing people, winning copywriting award and winning brand pitching awards. Also, I've been a freelancer back in those days where I was working as a copywriter as well as a video editor, as you can see in this picture. And I also run marathons. And right now, I have dropped out from college to pursue my business, to grow my growth operating business, where I focus on helping business opportunity coaches with 5,200K plus followers with a validated high ticket offer scale their business with webinar and paid ads funnel. So if you're a coach in the make money niche or a business opportunity space, and you already have an audience and a high ticket offer, and you're looking to scale it with paid ads and a webinar funnel, then there's a link in the description below which you can where you can apply to work with me. So just click it on that link and we can continue from there. Right now, let's get into this video and let's break down how Shelby makes millions every single week. So as you can see, there's a lot to cover in this video. So let's get started. First of all, what we need to do if we are selling a high ticket offer or if we are in this online coaching space, and if you're an online coach watching this video and you are into BizOp niche, you're selling some kind of high ticket info offer and make money niche, teaching people how to make money online, whether that's through trading, that's through AI, whether that's real estate or whatever that is, you need to make sure that your positioning is unique in the market. Okay. Shelby Sapp is in high ticket sales. And you might have already know that high ticket sales is a very saturated market. So how does she make millions even in a saturated market? The secret is that she has niched down very well because riches are in the niches. You might have heard that. So what she has done is that from high ticket sales, so from this high ticket sales, she has gone a layer deeper where she sells high ticket sales program, a step by step program to teach you high ticket sales. Then she has gone a layer deeper where she makes it particularly for women, okay, which she has her that she sells academy as a program, high ticket sales program for women, which I will get into in this video in a second. And then from there she has gone a layer deeper where she makes sure that this high ticket sales program is for those women specifically who want to get rid of 9 to 5 and live an abundant rich hot life with Porsches and Pilates lifestyle, as you can see in her Instagram page post. So this kind of post where it shows wealth and luxury, matcha, and all that kind of stuff. As you can see from this post, it looks very luxury, very sophisticated, and a woman who is like kind of free and rich, kind of like that kind of image she's selling. So this is her niche. Her niche is that she's into high ticket sales for women who want to get rid of 9 to 5. That's a problem, that's a pain point, and still make enough money to live an abundant, rich, hot life with Porsches and Pilates lifestyle while working from home, while working remote. That's what she sells at high ticket sales. You don't have to like go anywhere. You can literally work remotely and still make enough money to afford this kind of lifestyle. So that's the niche. That's her unique positioning. Now, positioning is the most important thing. In fact, Alex Hormozy said that if you have like good market positioning and you have just a good, even a decent offer, you and with like bad or decent persuasive skills, you would make money. Okay, like literally, you would make money if you just nail down your positioning, if you just nail down your market, which market specifically you are targeting. Okay, so if you're an online coach, you need to make sure that the market that you're targeting is absolutely specific and your positioning is unique, because then even a decent offer and with decent persuasive skills or sales skills, you would make money. Now, 80% is about choosing the right market and positioning, and 20% is all about offer. So if you just nail that right, you are actually leveraging 80/20 principle, and as a result, of course, you would make money in that particular market. One practical takeaway, in fact, there are lots of practical takeaway. So this is like number one, or you can say one practical or first practical takeaway from this video is that as an online coach, you need to go a layer deeper. Instead of just focusing on market and niche, you need to go a layer deeper where you target a UVZ, also called a sub niche. Basically means unique value zone. Okay, where that's when you can charge high ticket offer where you could charge like 3K to 8K plus. Again, a lot of online coaches charges below 3K is because you're targeting just a niche or just a market. So if you go a layer deeper, more specific, then you would be able to charge premium prices. Okay, people pay premium if the problem that you're solving is specific and the solution is also specific. Now, let's look at the acquisition strategy that she is using in her entire funnel. Okay, how she's actually acquiring clients, and you can literally replicate this step by step. The first way that she is acquiring her clients is organic. So I will touch upon how she's acquiring clients through organic strategy, as well as we'll walk through her sales funnel, her YouTube strategy, and as well as her meta ad strategy. Let's start with organic first. The number one rule that you need to understand if you are driving traffic through organic is you need to make people know, like, and trust you. And that's what she's doing with her entire Instagram as well as her YouTube content. Although she's not that much focused on her YouTube, she's extremely focused and double down on her Instagram. So that's what we will be looking at in detail. So first of all, let's analyze her entire profile and see what's happening here. So if you look at her bio first, so the very first thing you will look at is her profile picture, which is very, very clear. And also through her profile picture, it looks similar to what the dream image she's selling, which is a rich girl. As you can look at the picture, she's wearing some jacket and it looks like a very old money kind of rich lifestyle to me, at least. I don't know what it looks like to you, but to me, it looks like she's rich and she got money, free and all that stuff. So she's selling that image through a profile picture, and that's what people get attracted to. And then people look at her first word or the category of Instagram or what she does essentially is coach. Now that in of itself position herself as as the authority instead of just a peer or a beginner in the space. Okay, that's the first thing. Second is number one female sales trainer. Now that establishes dominance because number one is written over there and credibility using top status in our field. Also, number one largest sales academy for women at She Sells Academy. That's her program. That's what she actually uh, enroll her students into. Her academy, She Sells Academy, where she teaches them high ticket sales. And that's number one sales academy in the world for women. So that also gives a lot of social proof and very clear ownership of a very specific market that she owns that market. No one else owns the market, like high ticket sales market specifically for women, more than Shelby Sapp owns. The third line is essentially her CTA. Now, this is where she makes money. Okay, this is very important to understand. Next, free live remote closing training, August 11th. Now, today is August 11th, like at the time of shooting this video. Now, this is her automated webinar funnel, which I will get into how she runs that. But This is basically her last line, or you can say the CTA in her Instagram. And this also like suggests that, as you can see, the word here free is like high value. They are getting like high value completely for free. Okay. Now this is highly optimized automated funnel which actually generates money for her, like millions, more than 1 million every single week. Okay. So I will get into how she operates that and how the entire webinar funnel works. I will have, but first let me finish her entire Instagram profile operation or breakdown or postmortem. You can say. So let's look at her highlights. Now, her highlights are basically part of her BOF content. Okay. Now, if you don't know, there are three types of content. There is top of the funnel content, there's middle of the funnel content, and there is bottom of the funnel content. Okay. Essentially, top of the funnel content attracts a wide audience. Middle of the funnel content nurtures them, gives them a lot of value, and bottom of the funnel is basically sells them. And our highlight is basically doing all the selling with social proof and credibility. As you can see, student men, all of our highlights are student men. Okay, so if you get a little deeper, it's so essentially BOF content or conversion content. uh, this is her like her entire Instagram primary conversion mechanism is her highlights. Okay, and she actually uses two formats. Like one is talking head videos, and another is screenshots of her student wins. So screenshot of a student win and then talking head videos. And also she shows a lifestyle image, and then on top of that she posts multiple wins of her students. So these are the like two formats, so which you can also replicate as an online coach on your own Instagram highlights. Is you could have an image, and on top of that, on top of your image, you can just paste your student wins or client wins or testimonial, or even have testimonial videos like this format. So this is a primary conversion mechanism because this builds a lot of trust and a lot of credibility that okay, what she is providing actually works. If you look at her profile, you will find 6 posts. So this is a feed. Okay, so in at her like feed, she has 3 pinned posts, and on her reels tab, she also has 3 reel pinned. This is also part of a conversion mechanism, and this is also part of her BOF content, and and together they all build two things: like and trust. Okay, so let's look at what is going on here. So this is conversion content. This 3 Instagram post. And so the first one where she talks about networking, essentially she says that if you have no skills, there's no point of networking, meaning positioning her program high ticket sales skill as a solution. So you need to learn that skill in order to network and all that. Okay. So basically she is expressing a belief that there's no point of networking if you don't have any skill. And if you so first get skill and then go to networking. So step number one is getting skilled, and then second step is networking. So, and if you want to get skilled, now she doesn't directly say if you want to get skilled, like click on the link on bio, anything like that. She just said you need to get skilled. Okay. Now, another second post is basically her post where WAP company approaches her and basically I think they give her a test doing door-to-door sales live, and this video entire basically walks us through how she is doing door-to-door sales. Basically her entire story started like a door-to-door sales person, and sh- and essentially this kills fake guru skepticism because a lot of people in the space could be acting fake. So this video essentially positioned herself like what she's teaching, like she practices what she preaches. That's the entire logic of this particular video. That's entire psychology. This kills like a fake guru skepticism that most people have in the online space, whether she is legit or not, and showcase her that okay, she knows she knows what she's talking about. Okay. And the third is essentially she in 60 seconds she walks through all the objection that like most common objections that salespeople get and how she handles those objections. Again, this also position herself as okay, I practice what I preach, but also like it solves the most common pain point in the high ticket industry, high ticket sales industry, which is objection handling in sales. So objection handling in sales is one of the most important skill to have, and that's what this video position herself as the authority, as the expert in this space. Now, another three reels that she has spent is the first one is basically non. Basically, this first particular reel is also a kind of top of the funnel content. Okay, although all the pinned content is psychologically designed to convert audience, but also this is also part of that mechanism to convert audience, because this particular reel, as you know, that on Instagram, reels reach a wide audience, and this particular reel is very generic. Like she's saying, play unfair to win. She's not mentioning anything regarding sales, anything regarding her program, anything regarding her offer, anything. She's just a normal person sitting in her car and expressing something that what she has learned throughout her journey, which is playing unfair to win. And this reaches a non-sales audience who would probably scroll past business content. Like if you look above your this specific content, this is a business content, and this is also business content, and this is also business content. And a lot of people sometimes, if you're scrolling on Instagram, you don't really like you're not always in a mood to watch or consume business content. Sometimes you're just chilling, and when you're chilling, you want to watch videos like this, the first one. Okay. And that's what this video is for. Because for those people, for those non-sales audience who would probably scroll past business content. Okay. And when they come across this reel, it will resonate with them. It will like, holy shit, she's right. And then they will click on her profile and they will come to her profile, and then from there they would get converted from all of these techniques, highlights, bio, and these three pin posts. They will know her, they will like her, they will trust her, you know. So that's the entire game. You produce top of the funnel content on Instagram to bring a wide variety of audience, and through your profile, you qualify them, you funnel, you filter them, and you funnel them. Okay, funnel the right ones. Now, second is basically walks her through a story which makes people like her. Okay, is basically, and also like most importantly, it makes shows people that what she has done is achievable and relatable. Achievable first, and it is also relatable story to a lot of women who are who are basically a typical sorority girl. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so she was that sorority girl. Um, from there, she was doing door-to-door sales, and then right now a multi millionaire. So definitely achievable and definitely relatable for her target audience. Then her third post is basically again she walks through her objection handling video. Similar to this video here, which she has spent on her main feed, this video also walks through all the objection handling and again kills fake guru skepticism that whether this person is actually what she's saying or she's acting fake. Okay, so she again walks through all the objections in 60 seconds. It's basically similar to this video. Okay, it's just that this is on her Reels tab and this is on her Feed tab. Okay, so so far we have covered her profile optimization. So if you're an online coach, this is how you need to like optimize your profile. Okay, let me just recap. Like you need to position yourself as an authority in this space. Just, have some sort of credibility written on your profile bio and some social proof and also like CTA to a YouTube video or to a VSL ideally. Okay. So as an online coach, you would have a CTA to a VSL page, um, to a VSL page, and then from there, there will be some application that they have to fill the form in order to qualify, and then they will be able to book a call with you. So this is how you need to design a profile as an online coach. When it comes to content, if you're I'm sure like she's obviously has bought Instagram paid plan. That's why she's able to have 6 pin posts. Obviously, you if you're in business in this coaching business, you would also have to like buy this Instagram subscription plan. Then only you'll be able to have this 6 pin post, and you will have basically more chances of converting your audience. Apart from a 6 pin post, her entire content has a combination of top of the funnel content, middle of the funnel content, and obviously bottom of the funnel content. So our top of the funnel content is only designed to get views. Like this video here, and let me just, what if it doesn't work out? What if it does? So as you can see, this very generic motivational video. Or this, imagine if I listened to my haters 5 years ago. Again, generic one, but attracts a lot of audience. There's also like POV, your team surprises you with a baby pumpkin after hosting 3,000 whatever. Like this is essentially again attracting a wide audience. So our top of the funnel content is attracts a lot of views, and then when people come to a profile, they will see all these videos which are in the middle of the funnel content, which explains a unique mechanism. So like this one, people love to be told what to do. This is a carousel. Carousels are the best way to nurture your audience. In fact, carousels are middle of the funnel format. It's very rare that you can reach a wide audience with a carousel post. You can reach a wide audience with reels, but it's very rare to find a carousel post reaching a very wide audience. It's mainly designed to nurture audience and basically move people to middle of the funnel and then from there to bottom of the funnel. And this post here right here explaining sales terms or some of the funnel, and this right here is basically explaining why a salespeople lose deals. Okay, so these are all educational, and that's why it is middle of the funnel. Okay, all of these are educational content, and that's what the middle of the funnel is all about. You're educating your audience on your mechanism and how they can solve the problem. Bottom of the funnel content is again the first one which we saw earlier, where she walks through the sales objections, and also like content like this one, how someone can make 10K per month with high ticket sales. Okay, so these are all designed to convert audience. Okay, although her reels are like this, even in this bottom the funnel content can act like middle of the funnel, as well as videos like this can act like middle of the funnel content. The most purest form of bottom of the funnel content in the profile is her highlights. As we saw above, her highlights are the best form of bottom of the funnel content, which converts audience to click the link in our bio and signs up for our automated webinar, which I will get into in a second. Now, before I get into the actual funnel breakdown, actual sales funnel breakdown, this free content is just here to give you a blueprint of what it takes to make six figure as an online coach. There is no much, there's so much details and work that goes behind the scenes that, of course, I cannot like just do it all here on YouTube or anywhere else online. So, so if you're an existing online coach in make money online niche, like a biz of online coach, and you want to hit that 100K plus per month goal, then I have three spots right now where I audit your coaching business completely for free and give you a 90-day and give you a 90-day roadmap completely for free. All you need to do is go down below and click on the first link to book a call with me, and from there we can take it and see if you're fit to work or not. Also, this is one of the testimonial that I got from one of my clients, and you can pause this video and read through it if you want. You can even check on my Instagram. I have posted in my one of my highlights. So let's get into the actual sales funnel of Shelby Sapp that is making her millions of dollars every single month. Okay. So first of all, we have saw like in any funnel, the traffic is the most important thing, and we just postmortem her entire Instagram. Okay, literally. Now, I just want to touch upon YouTube because she's not that focused on YouTube. So, a couple of videos are there, and some videos like to her lead magnet. So, but her YouTube bio is also like have the same link, which is just free masterclass, basically same webinar that she's pointing to that she was pointing from her Instagram bio. So, I don't want to touch upon YouTube because she's not really active and not really like focusing on YouTube, I guess. Um, but I do want to touch upon meta ads. Okay, then I will go into the actual webinar and then how she sells the high ticket programs. So if you look at a meta ads, all of our ads are very recent, and look at the copy. Like, if you're a mom who wants to make real money, this particular ad copy is targeting that those women who are working, who are housewives and also mother. Okay, this is your sign to get into high ticket sales. So this is specifically targeting a very specific persona. Okay? If you're running meta ads, this is the most important thing to understand is targeting specific persona in your ad copy rather than doing the settings in the target audience in your meta ads. It's because of that Andrew Meta update that recently Meta has. Because of that update, Meta ads has completely changed. If you want to target a specific person, you need to do that through ad copy, and for that you need very, very, very good copywriting skill. Okay. Without that, your ads will not perform if you don't have good copywriting skills. And this another ad also targeting another persona if you have a full-time job. So this is targeting those women who have a full-time job. Okay. And if you ever sat in your car after work, just staring at the steering wheel before driving home, you already know something needs to change. This is targeting those frustrated women persona. So all of these three ads is targeting like three different persona and pointing out their frustration, okay, pointing out the pain point, and then also like saying that she has mentored over 39,000 women, social proof, credibility, and all of these ads are going to the exact same place, which is her just one CTA going to the exact same place, which is a webinar funnel right here, this one right here. I'm going to break down that in a second. Just want to complete this one. So as I mentioned that all of these ads are targeting different persona within the same niche, and all of our ads are video ads. Video ads perform very well on Meta. And if you look at the CTA, it's for women who know they were meant for more, number one remote opportunity for moms, or how to stack income on the side of an ad for. So even the CTA is matching that persona. So as I mentioned that this particular ad is targeting those women who have a full-time job. So that's why this CTA right here fits very well with those kind of women. How to stack income on the side of a 9 to 5. On this number one remote opportunity for moms. Okay. So now you're like kind of getting that how important copywriting is when you're running meta ads as an online coach. Either you can write it yourself or you can hire someone else like me, like a copywriter or growth operator who can do it for you, completely done for you. Okay. Now, if you want to know more about that, as I mentioned, you can click on the first link and I will tell you more about that. Now, each video has a different copy depending on the persona, and all of it is has one single CTA, which is just again a different copy to the same thing, which is her webinar. Now, we just covered all of our traffic sources, her Instagram, her YouTube, and her Meta ads. Now we are here completely post-mortem. Ming, I don't know how to say that, but completely breaking down her entire webinar. Okay, this is very, very important part of the video. Stick it because if you understand this, you can do it for yourself as well. Now, this is the entire webinar page, and it's very simple page. It's not that long. It's very simple. So first of all, obviously her brand is there. She sells academy where she will enroll. Now this mentions about a product. Now I just want to quickly touch upon something that you might get confused, like why she has like she sells academy, why she sells community, and she sells remote. So she sells remote is her domain under which she has a product. She sells academy, and when someone enrolls in this academy, they automatically get access to her community, which is she sells community. Okay, I just want to make that clear so that you don't get confused. Now another particular thing is very important thing, which is urgency. As you can see, this is an automated webinar, so every time I think it runs every Tuesday of the week. So this basically gives urgency whoever lands on the webinar that if they don't register, they might miss out. So this is urgency element at the top, and also like CT. If you click on here, is basically pop up appears to write your name, email address, which I will get into it. So our first thing is free live masterclass. Now, again, what it denotes? It denotes value, extreme value. How to step into article sales without Michelle and a solution with industry. As she already positioned herself on her Instagram that she's a number one um, industry leader in this space. So if you learn from the top person, high ticket sales, then obviously in of itself, this is valuable. She doesn't have to like convince someone with some advanced copywriting here. She just said how to step into high ticket sales with Shelby Sapp. So she's just leveraging her brand, breaking down the industry that allows the ladies and I to work from anywhere. That's a core promise. Now it's just date and time of the webinar and city. Okay. Another section is basically cover all the benefit. You're going to learn all of this. So all of these are different benefits that she points out. Now this is for you. Basically, these two sections. This is for you, and this is not for you. It's basically qualifying the audience and making sure the leads that come in are good quality. And finally, her story. Okay, her host and founder, I'm Shelby Sapp. She walks us through her story, and again, uh, limited spots available again doing urgency element. And if you click on that particular CTA, what happens is this particular pop-up will appear where you give your info, and then finally a thank you page, which is quite interesting because her video is very much like a. There's not much edited video. She literally like pull out her phone and shot this video. Okay, pull out her iPhone and she shot this video, and basically it says that you are in. You just have to like put this event on your calendar, and that's it. Now in this video, basically she walks over acknowledging your action that you are an action taker. She reinforces our action by making sure that you mark your calendar, be active and engage, and the importance of attending this webinar. That's all. It's very pretty basic thing, not so much like something like I'm sure I don't know. I don't think that she even like did this by reading a script. It's just all natural if you just watch the video. So that's what interesting about the entire funnel. It looks very simple, like small landing, like very short landing page, very simple copywriting, very simple pop-up, and then very simple thank you page. That's it. And with this three-step webinar funnel, she is literally making millions every single month. I mean, can you imagine that? And obviously, she can do a lot of stuff here in terms of optimization. However, I'm sure Ash, her team has tested a lot of stuff, and her team has finally come up with this entire thing that this is what converting the most. This entire landing page, this pop up, and this thank you page. Because if you go right now and click on the her CTA on her Instagram, you will see the exact same page. You will see the exact same pop up, and you will see the exact same thank you page. So and she's been doing this for a pretty long time. It means that this is working. And obviously, this is working because she's making millions every single month. Now, after you register it, you will get a confirmation email. Basically, now they got your email address. Now, email sequence will start. So, the goal of email nurturing, if you don't know, is essentially to increase the show up rate, to create anticipation and remove friction, increase buying readiness. So, you're positioning yourself again as authority and building trust, giving more social proof and handling objections in those emails, and also qualifying the right audience, setting expectations what will happen on the webinar, moving them from curiosity to decision mode so that they attend the webinar. That's the entire purpose of email nurturing for webinars. Now, now finally on the live event webinar, people attend the webinar, and the webinar framework is basically like this. In the first 60 minutes, she will tell the four secrets, and then last 30 minutes of the webinar, she will do the Q&A, and she will present her offer, stack with bonuses, and close. Simple as that. Now, this is her application funnel, like when someone goes to the link, like present when she presents her offer and when she presents the CTA to apply. This is basically her application form looks like. Basically, first she asks for commitment. Here, do you have X hours a week to learn high ticket sales? Then she goes into desires like what's your long term goal of getting into high ticket sales? It's very important to understand. And by the way, if you are an online coach investor, please, and you're watching this, make sure you screenshot this and you can use it in your own application form as well. And this is like literally you can copy paste. You can just pause this video and write it down. What has been the biggest struggle you have been experiencing when trying to achieve your goals? So this is was you basically knowing the roadblocks. Now, also knowing the having more qualification. We only accept some students into our program since we do offer one-on-one help. So, what do you think makes you a good fit for what we do? Again, qualification. Now, contact info, just name. As you can, this is very interesting. Like, she doesn't ask contact info in the first, she asks in the middle, which is very interesting. She asks for like their income, payment plan, how they would be able to pay, whether they have to like do split payments or like what it is. Okay. Now she asks their budget again, same. We have X hours a week. I'm sorry. I think I'd like, yeah. So okay, so there's some time mistake here. So this one and this one got same thing. Basically, in the budget, she asked if they can pay in payment plan. Whether they would need a payment plan or whether they could afford this or not. Essentially, okay. So now another thing, the last thing she asked is decision maker. So before we get on the call with one of our coaches to see if we can help you, our calendars are instantly packed. Will you make sure you and all decision maker like spouse, partner, whatever, are all on the call? Okay. So if you're an online coach, you can literally pause the video and copy paste, or you can screenshot all of it so that you can also like use this in your application form. Okay. Now after application form, once someone apply, they enter her sales CRM. So there's a lead list. So let me just remove this one. Yeah. So once someone applies, they enter a lead list, they get qualified. There's a setter and dialer who calls every single lead to manually confirm their booking. And once it's confirmed, the book, appointment is booked on the calendar. Before the call, like before appointment is booked on the calendar, there's a pre-call flow. Basically, it uses two things, like there's email nurture sequence and WhatsApp nurture sequence, and the time is basically 24 hours before, 12 hours before, so 1 hour before, 30 minutes and 5 minutes before. The goal of this pre-call funnel is again gets on a call. The goal of that pre-call funnel is to again pre-sell them on the mechanism that of the call, the closer will um, whoever is the closer is whatever mechanism that they're gonna mention. So the goal of the pre-call funnel is to pre-sell them on the mechanism, filter them to again just see if they are fit or not, and also like make them mentally invested, and so that they can attend the call and again to increase the show up rate on the call itself. And on the sales call, there is a closer who basically close the person, and it's very easy to close because now the person who before booking the call has gone through so much, as you can see here. Like they literally have gone through her Instagram, they have seen the meta ads, they have gone through this page, they have gone through the email nurture sequence, they have gone through the webinar itself, they have gone through the pre-call funnel, and finally on sales call. It's very like I'm sure they have a high close rate, and that's how they are making like millions of dollars every single week, not month, week. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Now, on the sales call, if there's a no show, obviously, immediately out of that double dial, someone would dial them. Then again, follow with them after a couple of days and text them as well. And again, they would be added to a no show email sequence. If there is, sorry, this would be like, okay, no show. So I was saying that no show. So if there's a no show, then this sequence will be followed, and there's no close, then this sequence will be followed. They would wait for 1 week and again follow with them, and again they will be added to some of the email sequence. Now, if you have made this to this far, there are two options literally. Either you can do it all by yourself, okay, and doing that, you got like you have to figure out. I'm telling you just realistic, okay? You would have to figure out this entire thing and building this funnel, writing the copies, and then copywriting in of itself is a very important and valuable skill. And since it is valuable, you would invest after like a lot of hours into learning that, which I'm sure you might not have. And also you have to run ads, which also I'm sure that you might not have time to run ads, even though if you know it or not. And building on these funnels, looking at the tools which have the most effective plans to to save costs and increase the revenue and all of that stuff. If you don't want, if you like want to deal with all those, you can. Like you have full right. Ultimately, it's your business, so you have full right to go and figure out it by yourself and spend 3 to 6 months. Okay, you can definitely do that. You can test hooks, you can test funnels, you can learn all of that. You can watch YouTube videos. There are lots of free YouTube videos to watch and learn all of these. And you can do the tech setup all by yourself. And the thing is that realistically, you might get a couple of views in the couple first, couple of months, but it's very unlikely to get any sales funnel. And even if you get, it's very unlikely to you get closed because you're not following a proper conversion mechanism in your content or in your entire funnel. So you may crack the code or you may give up at month two. Okay, just a realistic projection of what will happen if you do it by yourself. I'm not exaggerating here. Or you could work with me and get done in 90 days. We build you the high ticket offer if you don't have one. And if you have one, great. Then we just start with the funnels and writing the copy and running ads for you, everything done for you, and set up the tech all within like 14 days and launch and manage everything after like 2 weeks. And there will be weekly accountability calls and as well as obviously as I said, run ads for you full end to end. All you would need to do is approve the things that we do it for you. And most importantly, is do whatever you are doing good, which is coach people, transform people life, generate amazing results for your clients, fulfill them because obviously we cannot take the fulfillment of your business. You have to do it yourself. And obviously, you would not shoot the videos and shoot the content for yourself. You would have to do it yourself. So you would have to shoot the content, you would have to fulfill the clients. Our job is to bring you the clients. And you want to get 200K plus per month in your coaching business, or I work for free until I get you there. This is a complete performance based. Okay. So if you're an existing online coach, in the make money online niche, like a business in the make money online niche, and you want to hit that 100K plus per month goal, then I have three spots right now where I audit your coaching business completely for free and give you a 90-day roadmap. And for that, you just click on the first link in my description below. And you can even, if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram and we would get on the call and see if it's fit to work together or not. Okay. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video so far.